I can't breathe.
I really don't feel good.
I'm genuinely sick.
Gold Rush Parkers Trail, Thursdays 8:30 on Discovery.
The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
In this edition, New Zealand Deputy Prime Minister arrives for bilateral talks, NAC provides economic opportunities, and Barrett's depart for ICC T20. PNG's credit rating by Moodys ratings agency is currently a B2. This was upgraded from a B2 negative to a B2 stable rating in 2022. Minister assisting the Prime Minister on Treasury Matters Ian Staki in a statement said the country's fiscal strength score have moved recently from a B3 to a much stronger B1.
It is in PNG's interest to lift Moody ratings higher. Minister Assisting Prime Minister on Treasury Matters Ian Staki in a statement explained that in the short term, the ratings help with the operations of the banks and superannuation funds in their international transactions. In the medium term, it strengthens the country's ability to attract foreign direct investment and for companies to raise funds for more investment and job creation. Credit ratings agencies provide an independent view of the economic health of nations and businesses and conduct rigorous assessments based on clear criteria and give countries and businesses a credit rating. Staki said lifting PNG's credit ratings is one of the Treasury Ministry's 10 key performance indicators targeted for the first time. On Friday, May 10, Staki met with Moody Ratings Agency in Singapore. The discussions focused on the positive outcomes of the 2023 final budget outcome. Mr. Staki stressed that the credibility in keeping to economic reforms is important for credit ratings agencies, and PNG was able to demonstrate another year of major deficit reductions and controlling budget expenditure. He says the Mara Peroso government is keeping to the 13-year budget repair plan and is on track to deliver a budget surplus by 2027. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Air Niugini has announced the arrival of its third Boeing 737 aircraft into Port Moresby last night, Sunday, May 12th. Acting Chief Executive Officer Gary Seddon said the Air Niugini fleet of Boeing 737 aircraft will support the domestic and international operations while progress is made toward the introduction of the new Airbus A220 aircraft from late 2025. Carrying the registration P2PXB Bravo, the new edition has a total of 162 seats, 12 business and 150 economy class. The 737s are replacing Fokker aircraft operations where possible as Air Niugini introduces greater capacity on domestic trunk routes similar to the very popular Leh Express. Last night, the New Zealand Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister Winston Peters arrived in Port Moresby on a Royal New Zealand Air Force aircraft with his counterparts for a two-day visit. Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Kichenko welcomed Mr. Peters and his delegation at the APEC terminal and met with the media briefly on the reasons of their visit.
The New Zealand Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister Winston Peters was received in a warm welcome at the APEC terminal on Sunday evening. Minister Winston was accompanied by key ministers from the New Zealand government, including Minister for Climate Change Simon Watts, Health Minister and Minister for Pacific People Dr. Shane Reti, former Minister for Trade David Parker, and other New Zealand government officials.
Well, I expect to have a marvellous conversation with the PNG government and all my colleagues as well on the things that they would wish us to work on. We're not here to talk in the sense that people might think. We've come here to reacquaint and to listen and hear what nations have got to say. It is our strategy to treat people everywhere, whether they're big or small countries, as the very same and as equals.
Dr. Shane Reti said the two-day visit is for New Zealand to listen and define where it can collaborate with PNG.
We're looking forward to listen and defining those places where we can collaborate for our mutual benefit.
The two-day visit began with a closed-door bilateral meeting this morning at Hilton Hotel. Then the delegates from New Zealand and PNG met with the media to highlight what the meeting had covered between the two nations.
We will be reviewing our PNG and New Zealand Statement of Partnership, which covers a broad spectrum of initiatives and programs and activities like education, health, immigration, infrastructure, and many other things like that.
Minister Kichenko said the meeting highlights included increasing and strengthening defense cooperation between the two nations, an agreement in trade and investment, direct flights from PNG to New Zealand, and expanding partnership in the agriculture industry, providing opportunities to sell more PNG products in New Zealand. The bilateral talks also had conversations around the increase in recognized seasonal employers in New Zealand, PNG to recruit liaising officers, and have them based at the PNG High Commission. Tabled at the meet was New Zealand's call to continue the electrification program in PNG and will continue to educate diplomats overseas. Kichenko shared that PNG appreciates the collaboration with New Zealand as a development partner of choice. He added that the two nations have forged close relations since independence. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News.
After the bilateral talks, New Zealand Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters also announced several partnerships and funding towards some initiatives and projects in Papua New Guinea. One of the project assistance is a multi-million-dollar boost to improve PNG's solar power upgrade. PNG is the second stop for the New Zealand delegation's 5-country tour around Melanesia before heading to their last stop on the island country of Tuvalu. Minister for Defence and Minister responsible for the National Disaster Centre, Dr. Billy Joseph, has issued directives to all provincial administrators of the disaster-affected provinces to apply high-level professionalism whilst distributing humanitarian relief supplies that are being transported to each province. He said provincial administrators who are chairpersons of the provincial disaster committees and entrusted with the responsibility to oversee the distribution process must transparently distribute the relief supplies.
Minister responsible for disaster, Dr. Billy Joseph, has called on provincial administrators of disaster-affected provinces to distribute relief supplies in an orderly, professional, and efficient manner, adhering strictly to the approved distribution plans. He says the distribution of the relief supplies will be carried out by the provincial disaster centers according to established distribution plans under the supervision of the respective provincial disaster committees. Dr. Billy is urging the respective provincial administrators to ensure that the humanitarian relief supplies donated by Japan and China are delivered effectively and efficiently to the affected communities. The National Disaster Center has encountered logistical challenges in dispatching relief supplies to the provinces affected by natural disasters. However, with the indispensable support of the C-130 aircraft, they overcame these challenges. The C-130 aircraft started its trip over the weekend. This exercise continues today. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
New Zealand Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters and his counterparts from the New Zealand government were present at the Fred Hollows Centre for Eye Health to announce the Papua New Guinea Centre for Eye Health. This is through the partnership between the governments of New Zealand and PNG through the PNG National Eye Health Programme.
The unavailability of eye health in developing countries can cause major marginalization with the world's advancement in eye care. Over 90% of blindness and vision impairment in PNG is avoidable. Due to this reason, New Zealand Deputy Prime Minister Winston Peters and his counterparts headed over to the University of PNG School of Medicine and Health Sciences for the announcement of the PNG Eye Health after bilateral talks with the PNG government this morning. The site of the PNG Centre for Eye Health has not been touched yet. However, construction will begin in August 2024.
The thing we want to say is New Zealand's very proud to be part of engagement in respect to this cause, and also to be at this fit-for-purpose eye health facility centre planned and to be operative to serve so many people, as it does around the rest of the Pacific as well.
A pledge was committed to the centre worth 18.9 million New Zealand dollars from the New Zealand government. Secretary for Health Dr. Osborne Liko announced that the eye centre will be the highest in the Pacific region.
This investment stands as one of the largest commitments New Zealand has made to eye care globally through official development assistance, and I also extend sincere thanks to the Fred Hollows Foundation, New Zealand and Australia for your substantial contributions of approximately 30 million New Zealand dollars towards this project.
Present for the event was the CEO for Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Paki Molumi, Executive Dean for the School of Medicine and Health, Dr. Nakapi Tefuarani, and Fred Hollows Foundation, New Zealand's Board of Trustees, Lady Rosalyn Morauta, among others. An approximate time of 18 months has been given to the construction of the centre before the official opening. Jasmine Jack, TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. We'll have more stories when we come back. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open Maps.
says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Laga, Bungim Yumi.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
That's powerfully struck. And away they goes. Oh, that's big.
This little reunion about to crack. We got the whole crew back.
Really? A cabin in the woods? Time's up. There's a crazy person out here hunting us. You got Rosa Parks on your shirt, right? Would she be sitting down right now?
I mean, that's exactly what she did.
Shut up. Made you look. Made you look. We need a plan.
We have to split up.
The Blackening premieres Saturday, May 18th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Welcome back. The historical 2-week-long nationwide PNG for Christ program hosted by the Seventh-day Adventist Church was hailed a great success. At Gembok, Simbu Province, Adventists launched a water supply project and cleaned up around the area.
The Seventh-day Adventist Church of Papua New Guinea Union Mission hosted its PNG for Christ evangelistic reaping campaign from the 26th of April to the 12th of May across the nation. At Site 1 of Kuman District of the Eastern Highlands Simbu Mission, over 600 members gathered to witness the launching of a water supply project at the Gembok Station Market in Simbu Province. This is a community service project built by the Seventh-day Adventist in partnership with Kumura Foundation to provide access to clean water and improve the health outcomes of locals at Gembok Station, including commuters. The chairman of the PNG for Christ program at Gembok, Peter Wena, acknowledged those who helped with the project, while the deputy district administrator, Joe Ugla, acknowledged the partnership between the church and Kumura Foundation and encouraged locals to look after it. Meanwhile, during the 2-week program, Adventists cleaned the district hospital, the Gembok Primary School, Public Servants Housing, and the Gembok Orphan Resource Center A School as part of their community service program. During that time as well, 135 people were baptized at Gembok, an event that was described as unprecedented. Kamela Guare, TVWAN News.
Women in Morobe's Wampa LLG, the Huon Gulf District, have been capitalizing on the opportunity to earn more for their families. This opportunity has been provided by the National Airports Corporation, where women's groups are allowed to set up stalls and sell food outside the recently opened Nadzab Tomodachi International Airport Terminal.
Nadzab was one of the busiest airstrips of World War II back in 1943. It fell into disrepair after the war, then was reopened in 1977 and eventually became the main gateway into PNG's industrial hub of Ley in Morobe Province. During that time, however, landowners of Wampa LLG in Huon Gulf District were mere spectators who watched as their land was used to facilitate the country's economic growth and the exchange of goods and services. Many a time, the landowners would stage protest and threaten to shut down the airport. The most recent one was on October 1st, 2023, when the Orognaron clan staged a peaceful protest in front of the new terminal with placards saying "Pay us" before opening. Following the grand opening of the renamed Nadzab Tomodachi International Airport Terminal on October 2nd, 2023, the National Airports Corporation, for the first time, gave Wampar women groups the opportunity to sell fresh and cooked food outside the new terminal. Mariken Maliaki, an East New Briton who married into Gabsong Kek village, is one of the women who grabbed the opportunity to increase her family's income. Her husband passed away in 2004, and she has been supporting their 3 children ever since, with the youngest now attending the National Polytechnic Institute of PNG.
Middle of February, we started coming up now. I think we're on the 4th month now. The agreement with NAC is by me play market until such time we'll stall or legally stall belong SME and come up. Not SME, but the food buy come up now. But we go forward. And they only gave us 3 months probation, that's all, but now only moving chemical long another 3 months again because got something I'm ready.
Mothers and girls in the village are now selling fresh fruits, cooked garden food, protein and rice, and also bilums. A full meal costs only 10 kina, while fruit prices start from 1 kina.
On mama only walk, lo garden, only come lo market, only panem, only click market or same opportunity and come only credit. Now only hold him now, he look same, look same, but only look him or same big like difference inside the house too. So only got rice, talk, only got rice tin fish now the house too. Around here, one per day we can make about 200, 300 a day. The text that the NACs are giving similarly placed, only 10 kilos, the 1 plus 10.
Maliaki thanked the NAC for the opportunity and said they look forward to moving into the new food facilities and expand their business. Kamala Guare, TVWAN News.
Madang province is on a roll with the financial literacy training course as interest is gaining momentum. Conducted by the Commerce Department, the enthusiasm seen is determined to break the cycle of financial dependency to an independent and resilient lifestyle. Residents from within town and the rural areas make it their business to attend this course. 45 men and women graduated on Friday with their certificates, excited of the prospects that lie ahead with the attainment of this certificate. Not only did they graduate with a certificate in budget and savings, but also received a support letter from Commerce verifying certification. Addressing the participants from the Governor's office was First Secretary Francis Tavatuna, who congratulated them and assured them the certificate would be their ticket to access the 10 million kina SME grant, which will soon be deposited in my bank for potential loan clients. Mr. Tavatuna says apart from other requirements the bank may have, the FLT certificate was a mandatory requirement.
SME was a very important component law. I need to plan the governor. Last year, you will have Madang Provincial SME policy. PC approved finish. Now, you mean like all about is training. Training is very important. And educating you mean.
In addition, Provincial Commerce Director Emerson Bekue told the graduates that the SME initiative is a smaller spectrum of the broader concept that the national government has in store for the country. PNG, even though the country is politically independent, we have not been financially independent to date. According to Mr. Bekue, the SME concept is also already embedded within the country's medium-term development plan in attaining financial independence and banking the unbanked population. He added that there is a need to instill a savings culture amongst Papua New Guineans for financial security and stability.
Finish the one plus something in your life, go about you, I'm saying come up on them. Start loan, not something.
Government yang itu korsen, jadi politically independent finish, economically you know yet, economically you know yet. So this blood training and come up and government agenda and government program.
Mr. Bekwe encouraged the graduates to make use of their certificates and to start something small within their financial capacity before thinking of advancing into bigger initiatives. He finally encouraged them to seek more training to further improve their ventures, which could potentially strengthen and promote growth.
Inshallah bank record yang talking about misalnya unbanked population ya big plan. Government yang come up in this teaching government number one and passing this SME policy, SME plan 2016 going up to 2013.
Fisheries is a key stakeholder and was represented by the Provincial Director Greg Serra, who informed the participants of available projects and funding available to those interested in partnering with them.
The fisheries got all own plans to the alignment to the big plan. Mama plan the vision 50, the Provincial Fisheries with the plan on the alignment the National Fisheries Strategic Plan 2021 to 2030. Provincial Fisheries have got okay about fisheries policy plan, Provincial Fisheries policy which is in draft, and what 5-year development plan, we start a draft 2, and got coastal fisheries development plan.
With the country's economic indicators in the daunting orange blinkers, more and more people are encouraged to become entrepreneurs, and Madang is no exception. Commerce is calling to all those interested in FLT courses to call into their office in Madang to register. The WANcommittal Court today transferred Madang Provincial Administrator Frank Lau's court proceedings to Madang District Court due to lack of jurisdiction.
Presiding Magistrate Albert Daniels transferred the Madang Administrator Frank Lau's court proceedings to Madang District Court since the WANcommittal Court did not have the jurisdiction to proceed with the matter due to the alleged offence being committed in Madang. Daniel said in the current District Court Act, transferred proceedings are dealt with in Section 24, which means the WANcommittal Court can transfer proceedings to Madang. He said the reason is the geographical location of the court versus the geographical place of offence. It is too far from each other. That is why there is an actual distance the law requires. It must be within 33 kilometers from the case of offence. However, the police prosecutor and Lau's lawyer argued that the proceedings must be heard in Waigani District Court. In response, Daniel said their submission to have the matter remain in Waigani is going against what is normally practiced in court. Daniels then warned police prosecutors not to bring in a case that is outside of the jurisdiction of the courts in Port Moresby because chances of striking out the matter is an option the court will take for the simple reason of want of prosecution. The magistrate then adjourned the matter to the 10th of June 2024, which will be heard before the Madang District Court. Lau's lawyer, Calvin Makiu, said they welcomed the ruling to have the matter transferred to Madang.
That's what the magistrate said, so we go by that.
Meanwhile, Lau was arrested on April 18, 2024 in Port Moresby and charged with conspiracy to defraud, abuse of office, false pretense, and failure to comply with requirements of the Public Finance Management Act. He was detained at the Burko police cell and released on a 20,000 kina police bail. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
Meanwhile, lawyer Kelvin Makeu said his client Madang Administrator Frank Lau was released on a 20,000 kina police bail, which is beyond the normal bail requirement for the offence he committed. Makeu said initially he should pay 13,000 kina but was later told to pay 20,000 kina. Lay Biscuit Company today revealed its sponsorship support of the Central Music Festival at Kwikilarigo District. In extending support to the music industry exists an exciting collaboration as the Lay Biscuit Co. announced its support for the Central Music Festival, highlighting a significant stride in community engagement and cultural promotion. The sponsorship package, valued at 40,000 kina, was detailed by LBC Southern Region Sales Manager Payne Ravu. The 40,000 kina support package comprises 15,000 kina in cash and 25,000 in stock from LBC and its partner Oceaneer Beverage Limited. This support solidifies LBC's position as the official beverage partner of the event.
The Lay Biscuit Company should provide consigned stock to all stallholders and vendors participating in the event. All right. The consigned stock, which will be branded with our sponsor logos, will be supplied under a security bond agreement. So vendors will replenish stock as is needed over the 3 days. So they retain whatever profit margins that they make from the sale. We wish the Central Music Foundation Association every success in hosting the inaugural Central Music Festival at Kukila, Rigo District in Central Province, which is 11 days from today.
Furthermore, LBC will extend its support to selected top trending solo artists by supplying them with merchandise for promotional use on their official social media platforms. The Central Music Association expressed gratitude to LBC for being the first corporate entity to extend support to the festival. In return, CMA will provide LBC with a corporate stall for promotional purposes.
To Lay Biscuit as an official beverage partner, and also for the 40,000 kina sponsorship in cash and in kind for the inaugural Central Music Festival at Kukila Rigo District. Lay Biscuit Company is the first corporate organization to support us on this journey. And I think that's an interesting one because they're not from Central Province and not from NCD. And I just wanted to make a point of that.
Endorsed by Central Province Governor Rufina Peter, the festival is set to take place from May 24th to 26th, 2024 in Kukila Rigo District. The event marks a crucial milestone as it extends the festival's reach beyond its inaugural year, potentially setting a precedent for future editions. Governor Peter's endorsement also signals a broader vision for the festival, with plans to extend it to other districts, using the Rigo Music Festival as a blueprint. The festival promises to be a vibrant celebration of music, culture, and community spirit, with a lineup that includes string bands, cultural groups, solo artists, and gospel concerts. And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2615 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2540 $0.3817 Australian dollars, $0.2282 euro, and 39.28 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, copper, and copper closed the day lower. Cocoa, palm oil, and crude oil closed the day higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. This is TVWAN News. We'll have news making headlines overseas when we return. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add the kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumu too. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Need a wagon to carry stuff? Well, you're in luck. Win a fully stocked Flame wagon this holidays. Flame is giving away 345 Flame wagons stocked up with food for you and the family. How do you enter? Here's how. Simply buy Flame flour, Flame sugar, Flame oil or Flame rice. But 3 out of the 4 Flame products and enter your name on the back of your receipt to win. Check participating stores in main centers. Terms and conditions apply. Make it more one-time Flame.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem talk young or old, a scale rice family meal with talk. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigola scale rice, low scale price. Seni sigola scale rice, low scale price. But you like him?
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
After the success of her first restaurant in Goa, Sarah Todd is doing it all again.
Oh my God, it's happening.
This time in Mumbai.
It's pretty hectic here, people everywhere.
New location.
Exciting, but crazy at the same time.
And a whole new set of problems.
I've got some bad news.
There's so much pressure coming from every angle. Why am I doing it again?
My Second Restaurant in India. A brand new series coming soon on Outdoor.
Attention campers.
Can't get enough of
Laszlo.
Laszlo! Hi, Laszlo. Together with Raj, Prem, and the gang in tow.
Anyone else care to join us?
It's always a show, wherever they go.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
So gather around, and don't be slow. Join in the fun at Camp Laszlo, every Monday to Friday at 2:45 p.m. on HBO Family.
Thanks for staying with us. Another 4 suspected asylum seekers have been detained by Australian authorities after their boat was intercepted off the coast of Broome in Western Australia last week. The ABC has confirmed the group is believed to be from Vietnam and their boat was one of 3 to arrive in Australian waters since early last week. On Friday, ABC revealed 33 suspected asylum seekers were discovered on Christmas Island after their boat was damaged in bad weather. That group was initially held on Christmas Island by the Australian Border Force before being transferred to another facility, believed to be Nauru. Australia Treasurer Jim Chalmers has locked in his 3rd budget, and on Tuesday night, Australians will find out what's in it. Income tax cuts will be the main feature, and there may be some help with energy bills too. But Chalmers insists the budget will show restraint.
The budget has been printed, the economic forecasts finalised and expenditure decisions locked in. The Treasurer is promising it will show spending restraint.
There's a really sharp near-term focus on the inflation fight in this budget.
But also vowing to help those struggling with rising costs. The biggest help? The rejigged Stage 3 income tax cuts, which even the highest earners benefit from.
A tax cut for every taxpayer is the foundation stone of the cost of living help in this budget.
Not every taxpayer is doing it really tough right now.
But we've found other ways as well to provide cost of living help to people who might not be in the tax system, for example.
The government hinting that last year's rebates on energy bills could be extended, which saw some households get a $500 saving this year and small businesses up to $650. There's also help with health costs, aimed at getting GPs to bulk bill more of their patients, and funding for more urgent care clinics to improve access to a doctor on weekends and after hours.
Free of charge, all fully bulk billed, and taking real pressure off our crowded hospital emergency departments.
We have seen a government that loves to spend. I mean, it's their natural instinct.
The Coalition says Labor has been relying on high commodity prices to pay for spending instead of growing the economy.
They should make sure that the economy grows faster than spending, and that's the exact opposite of what we've seen in the last 2 years.
Different energy and industrial relations policies would spur economic growth, according to the opposition, which it would use to fund more income tax cuts. The federal government's long-term vision for the economy is to take advantage of the manufacturing opportunities that come with the global shift towards net zero emissions. That's the Future Made in Australia policy that will be fleshed out in detail in Tuesday night's budget. But before it can deliver on that, the government has to deal with the more immediate problems of getting inflation and growth back on track.
A tornado has torn through Bunbury, leaving a trail of destruction, destroying homes and terrifying residents. Now, even those whose homes were spared are having to find alternate accommodation due to an emerging asbestos problem from damaged buildings and growing public health concerns. Tens of thousands of people took to the streets to mark Mother's Day, running or walking to raise money for breast and ovarian cancer research. The annual event saw people don their best pink outfits and head out into the sunshine in a show of support.
The young, the colourful and the furry.
Together, we are stronger.
It's a very fun event. People are dressed up in their pink, they've got their capes and their tutus on, but it is raising money for a very serious cause. 12 women die every single day in Australia from breast or ovarian cancer.
Among those taking to the streets today, 2 women joined by their children's marriage and a shared experience.
We're survivors, both of us, and my mum passed from ovarian cancer. We've got daughters and sons and granddaughters, and we just want to support.
What's it like, ladies, seeing this many people out supporting the cause?
So encouraging. Yeah. It's amazing.
For others, it's a show of remembrance.
Events are being held at more than 70 locations across Australia. This is the 27th year that the Mother's Day Classic has been run, and over that time, it's raised $44 million.
In the past, that's all gone to breast cancer research. But from this year, the money will also help work on ovarian cancer.
A woman diagnosed with ovarian cancer today faces a 5-year survival rate of only 49%. There remains no early detection test.
Happy Mother's Day, Mum.
80,000 people took part nationally, including 20,000 here in Melbourne.
How's your hair? Yes, I'm happy to be here.
And to be crossing the finish line.
I've got about 30 people here, so I'm the last one to cross, but yeah, good. I couldn't have done it without their support.
On a day where support and community was more important than setting a fast time.
Monsoon rains resulted in torrents of cold lava flowing down Mount Marapi, causing a major mudslide. Mount Marapi is an active volcano that erupted late last year, killing 23 climbers. An overflowing river breached its banks and tore through mountainside villages in West Sumatra just before midnight on Saturday. Indonesia's National Disaster Management Agency says the floods swept away people and submerged more than 100 houses and buildings. By Sunday afternoon, rescuers had pulled out 19 bodies and recovered another 9 bodies in a neighboring district. Authorities will continue to monitor the situation. And that ends the news segment. Join Tracy Parr after the break for your news in sports.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The PNG LNG project has a positive and long-lasting impact on the whole country. Revenue is delivered through 5 streams. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to IRC, while development levy and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. But as a public servant, your healthcare, life insurance, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA, your life's partner in healthcare, life insurance, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality healthcare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA, your partner in health and future security.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
We released another song in 2 weeks' time.
Well, that was the double play for this week.
That's crazy. I mean, this is like military.
You want to fight with me?
This is gonna be a rough 5 days.
I'm Jimmy Smith, a professional mixed martial arts fighter and former math teacher from LA.
I don't need a warm-up. I'm set.
I'm Doug Anderson, an Iraq war veteran and rookie fighter from New Jersey. This is our Fight Quest.
Watch Fight Quest, only on Fight Sports.
Welcome back. In sports, the national men's cricket Barramundis is on the road to the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup. The team departs Brisbane tonight, joined by additional 3 players and support staff. The team then travels to St Kitts in the West Indies, where they will be based for the first week of Pacific Games and training. The PNG Barramundis play the West Indies in the opening match on June 2nd. Coach Tinda Taibu is not new to the World Cup, having represented Zimbabwe as wicket-keeper and captain on several occasions. He is confident in the team led by Captain Asad Vala. 20 countries will be participating, with 41 matches to be played in the Caribbean across 6 different islands, with semi-finals in Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana, and the title decider scheduled to be played in Barbados on 29 June. The event is split up into 4 groups consisting of 5 teams, with the top 2 sides from each group then progressing to the Super 8 phases of the tournament ahead of the knockout, semi-finals and final. Pacific Sports Show caught up with members of the Fijian Deaf rugby team.
When Rugby Australia asked me to come over and help with the Fiji Deaf team, it was a no-brainer. Such beautiful people, passion for rugby. The deaf community here, just amazing, amazing people. They're inspirational to me. Yeah, it's just great to be back.
I've got huge respect for them. You know, it's hard enough trying to listen and you know, play a normal game of rugby.
Yeah, mate, obviously the conditions are tough. We've got the mud, we've got the runway just over the back there. This is PG, how good.
Good. It was great to see the guys turn up. I think a lot of the grounds this weekend have been closed, and to see them turn up, you know, is great.
Does he like using his footwork, stepping around players, or does he prefer bumping people off?
He's like goosey.
You like goosey?
Goosey stuff.
Can you give me a demonstration of your goose step?
Their attitude's perfect, they're watching, they're here to learn. They're going to take drills home, practice at home.
What about how to say to the opposition, run it straight at me?
Yeah.
Just point it. That's point it. That's it. I didn't do that anyway. I told him I can't tackle.
Draw the man, pass, follow through with your hands.
When Lottie and the money turned up today, they were all a bit nervous. And they didn't come here and just stand around and take photos. They come and they're sliding around in the mud, and they were so positive. The players loved it. They'll be talking about that with all their families as well.
Did you enjoy playing in the same team and training with those guys?
It's first time to meet them face-to-face. So they always see them the screen. It's an honor because he's very humble to come and train with us. It's an honor.
So just those boys being here, that's huge. They chose it because they care about rugby in Fiji. They know how hard it is for the deaf community to have the courage to come and join a rugby club. These guys have earplugs as well. Okay? So they can't hear either.
Dave was just trying to get us used to, or having a realisation of what it's like for them getting out on the field, and having to communicate a hell of a lot more, using our hands, using our eye contact, and that appreciation of what these guys go through.
For me, it was like weird to not be able to hear anything, and but you know, it was good. You just, the way with us Fijians, we do hand signals, you know, as it is. So it's like, sweet, yep, stay out wide, and you know, all you have to do is give it to the guys, and as you can see now, they're kicking, and look, it's just, yeah, it was a great time.
Olympic gold medalist and swimming legend Lacelle Jones will officiate as the SP Sports Awards guest speaker this year on Saturday, 1st June 2024 in Port Moresby. Lacelle is an 8-time Olympic medalist and the first Australian swimmer to compete in 4 Olympic Games, and we are thrilled to have her over for the awards night on 1st June, says SP Brewery Corporate Affairs Manager John Nilkare. During a visit, a coaching clinic will be arranged at the Tarama Aquatic Centre with the Borco Swimming Club to inspire our young swimmers. Lacelle is expected to engage with PNG's young swimmers. Defending champions Auckland City FC played out an entertaining opening day draw against Fiji's Rewa FC in the OFC Men's Champions League 2024 in Tahiti on Sunday. The New Zealand side is looking to win a record-extending 12th title, having lifted the trophy last year in Vanuatu and their 3rd in a row following success in 2022. After a slow first half, the match sparked into life in the second 45 minutes, with 4 goals coming in less than 20 minutes. Auckland City was kept at bay by the strong Fiji Rewa defense, holding them under close match. The snapping heat and humidity from the midday kickoff was taking its toll as the match neared the final whistle, with little to done by Auckland City, finishing match at 2-2. In the other match, PNG's Ekari United proved a better side to come back in the second half to beat Solomon Highlands 2-0. Ekari are now leaders in Group A as they seek a semi-final bet. And now the weather focus with Carol.
Southern region, Port Moresby partly cloudy and mostly fine. Momase, Lae partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau, Kokopo and Rabaul partly cloudy with few showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.